Brad here. Today I want to share 10 tips for a better travel experience.
Tip number 1, don't overpack. American Airlines limits checked bags to 50 pounds and the combination of length, width, and height cannot exceed 62 inches. Plan to pack one change of clothes per day with 1 or 2 extra sets maximum on a week-long trip. You can also pack weather-appropriate extras like a windbreaker or rain jacket, long pants, and a bathing suit. Remember to roll clothing to reduce wrinkles. If you pack carefully, you should have room for a few extra items, like a family pet.
The next tip is to choose the right sized item. For example, these undergarments give me the comfort and support I need, but they're large. These are a less supportive but more compact alternative. They also bring out my primal instinct. This tip also applies to toiletry items. You may be tempted to bring a gallon of your favorite shampoo, but that's probably excessive for a 5 to 7 day trip. Instead, choose travel size items like travel size body wash, toothpaste, shampoo, mouthwash, or consider purchasing a generic bottle to fill from your larger version at home. The TSA will allow you to pack normal size items in your luggage or travel size items up to 3.4 ounces in your carry-on. This is very important if you use it in conjunction with the next tip.
Tip number 3, fully utilize your carry-on. Try packing 2 changes of clothing in your carry-on bag along with your toiletries, which should be stored in a clear plastic bag for security inspection. Now you will not have to unload your larger bag until you are 2 days into your trip. Repeating this process during your trip can reduce the number of times you handle your large luggage. Carry-ons cannot exceed 22 inches by 14 inches by 9 inches. Some items should not be packed in your carry-on. Examples include grenades, plastic explosives, photos from your recent surgery, tear gas, cattle prods, spear guns, Justin Bieber,
Totally.
or throwing stars. Tip number 4, identify your checked bag. Luggage can look very similar. Identifying your bag will make it easier to find after your flight. We have 5 senses. You could identify your bag with the sound of a wildcat or the smell of fresh roadkill. However, a visual indicator like a ribbon or colorful luggage tag is best.
The next tip is to have your boarding pass and ID ready when going through airport security. Be sure to check the expiration of your ID to make sure it's still valid. I made the mistake of going to the airport with an expired ID. Luckily, I was in the grace period, so it's worth checking out. The remaining tips have a common theme. Don't panic. This tip is to be prepared for strip searches. Strip searches are becoming more common as airports are removing X-ray scanners. Full nudity is not typically required, but if you're faced with such a strip search, don't panic and be prepared by not wearing embarrassing undergarments.
Next, chew gum to equalize the pressure around your eardrum. Feel free to add pieces until the pressure equalizes. When ready to dispose of the gum, don't panic. Instead, Hold gum in your hand until a suitable disposal location is found. The next tip is to enjoy in-flight refreshments. Airline snack packaging may be difficult to open, but don't panic. Instead, ask your neighbor for help. Then enjoy the generous portions. Next, prepare for aerial evacuation. Remember these 3 steps for a successful aerial evacuation. First, neutralize hostiles. Second, clip cable to harness. 3, brace for whiplash. Don't panic. The rescue aircraft will then reel you into safety. The final tip is survive aerial explosions. If an aerial explosion occurs on your aircraft, don't panic. Your best bet to survive is to pray, especially if you're this guy.
I'll leave you with one final tip. No matter how much you want to panic, or how much your roommate snores, or how bad the food tastes, have fun. You're with great people and you're going to make great memories. See you next time.